Hey guys, when the difference between winning and losing comes down to quality, choose Addicted Marine Performance Parts. What do they do, Hayden?
You know what? They're your go-to source for high-quality billet aluminium parts. Originally engineered for the intensity of race boats, but now it's available to upgrade your ski boat.
Very nice.
You know, they also specialise in cab plate hardware, performance-driven steering components and internal fit-out accessories. And they also supply Argo V drives and all the accessories to go along with them.
That they do. If you demand the best in marine components, remember one name, Addicted Marine Performance Parts.
Everybody out there, I need to know who wants to go fast? Let's go one
Welcome back to the High Speed Garage podcast from our new studio at Metworks. Shout out to Contrast Printing and Addicted Marine Performance for keeping the garage open. How you going, boys?
Not bad.
Busy.
I think
flat out.
this should be the first episode we ever put up on YouTube.
Okay.
I reckon we can make that happen.
You're the boss.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to edit this one. Joel can edit the audio one, and we'll see which one's better.
Well, I'm going to fuck you up from the start because I know I've only just started, but I need to piss.
Yeah, good luck.
Righto.
All right, are you going to go, or are we going to wait?
Nah, go. I'll just piss off whenever I feel like it.
Yeah, rightio. So who's going to go? Who's going to go first on their weekends?
Well, I did a bit on the weekend, but you want to know what I did last week at work? It was pretty fucking dumb. I got zapped with 240.
Oh, that's good. I was actually speaking to one of the boys at one of the workshops I'm working at the moment, and one of the boys that they were working with, that the other workshop they worked at, got banged by 3-phase.
Fuck.
It blew his fucking finger off, man.
Fucking overwood. Fuck. 3
Like,
days.
yeah, I agree, but that's wild, man. That you don't go to work to get blown apart like
What
that.
size is 3-phase? 415?
I don't know. It was one of those tower cranes in the
So it's 11,000.
in the city. Yeah, big power.
Yeah, well, mine was like me being dumb because Miss Sandra had sort of shit itself. I was standing in a bathtub and then all of a sudden it just conked out. And it had worked when I'd twist the wires in a certain spot. I was like, oh, the wires are fucked.
Yeah, we've all
And
done
I've,
that. Yeah.
I've done it before because the new Sandra, they've made it pretty simple that you can fix yourself. You just unscrew the wire, cut it off to the broken part, screw the wire back in.
Yep.
So I did all that, but I didn't unplug the cunt. I just unscrewed it off the back of the sander. And I even remember looking at it going, oh yeah, it's not plugged in, we're sweet. And then once I took the case off the plug, I grabbed the pins and got a fucking shot up my arm. Went, oh fuck, hey, that cunt's still on. And I went, oh duh, you idiot, it's plugged into your fucking vacuum. Fuck. So yeah, it fucking booted me.
I love it.
Then on the weekend, I obviously did more work on my boat. It's pretty much ready to turn back up the right way. I'm just trying to make it look as neat as I can before I absolutely have to turn it back up the right way.
Bit of sanding and shit.
Yeah, just a bit of sand and a bit of clear resin just to make it look pretty, make it kind of straight.
You doing any more resin?
Nah. Why?
I was going to touch up my little motor control boat that I got a hole in.
Oh, let's mix some up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got that all fucking sorted. I had my father-in-law's surprise birthday, which he wasn't very surprised about because I think he kind of knew.
Surely you'd have to have known.
But that was pretty entertaining. And
That
then
was fun like that.
yeah, watched a bit of
Nothing wrong with going to the bird.
How good?
Nah.
How good was the footy? Footy was mad.
oh yeah, yeah.
Footy was fucking sensational. We can get into that later, but
You're lucky you didn't get bashed.
I'm just spending your money that you thought you were spending.
Yeah, I still spent it anyway. What did you get up to, Hayden?
Before I talk about my weekend, last week I had a late job. Would have been Wednesday, and I was talking to my customer about this studio that we've built, and said, "Oh, we've got to find a new sponsor to pay for all the grog that's going to go through it." And he goes, "Oh yeah, what's it going to be worth?" I said, "Oh, just buy a carton each week, I'll just chuck it in the fridge and just keep the fridge full. So this beer is thank you to Star Group.
Yeah, right. Who's
So-
Star Group?
So they've got some sucker trucks and crane trucks. They do a lot of tunnel work in Sydney and stuff like that. They got a few excavators and shit. So
Haven't
yeah.
seen them.
yeah, well they don't have big sign writing on their machines, but you can just see them by their plate number. They don't really advertise, and he didn't even do this for advertising. He just said, he obviously seemed like I'm not an asshole, so he thought he'd fill our
likes you.
fridge.
Yeah, right.
Sounds good.
He obviously doesn't hate me, so yeah. So thank you very much for the beers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fucking oath.
But yeah, we had another meeting on Saturday in the new studio. That'll come up
Fucking
that-
3 months' time.
a little while from now. They're starting to pile up, which is pretty cool. This
Yeah.
studio is making it a lot easier to get some stuff happening. And it's really cool to have people turn up, and it all looks a lot more professional. And we're in an air conditioned room, we're not boiling, and yeah, bloody
The
nice.
aircon on was at home most of the time.
It didn't handle it.
We could actually be fucking too cold here.
Halfway through it was freezing.
Only because I did turn it down because it was hot.
Yeah, but after that we just I had a bit of a family afternoon and spent time with the family for the rest of the weekend. That was great. I finished off some cabinetry like I was doing last week, and
So you didn't
that's
finish
all
it in
done.
half a day last week then?
Oh no, I did 2 rooms. I said I did 3, but I meant 2. So I'd done 2 rooms, and
Right.
I had to go and get the last cabinet for the 3rd. But so all the kids have got their wardrobes. They're stoked, and it was just good time to spend with the kids.
I did bugger all on Sunday because I was too fucking knocked around from Saturday night.
I was fucked Sunday.
I was okay, but I was just tired, and I was still kind of full because I drink Jack Daniels. It's full of fucking sugar.
It's not good.
It makes you feel full all the time. So then you just can't eat no food, and then you have like one piece of pizza for lunch, and you're like, I'm fucking full.
It was a cracking pace too.
And then you can't tip any more drinking because it's just there's no room for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Like, it's yum. Anytime I'm drinking Jack, I'm enjoying it. But look, it's one thing to be a type 1 diabetic and drink full sugar Coke for the night. That's not real fun. You think you've got a hangover. That's not good at all.
So I went to, by the time I got to bed, I went to sleep pretty quickly because obviously it was late and I was tired.
Yeah.
But I went to sleep for maybe like 2 or 3 hours and then woke up with the fucking jitters and couldn't
Sugar
go back to sleep. And I was like, that's fucked. And then I seen my sister-in-law the next day, and she said she was the same, but she'd been drinking no sugar drinks all night.
Yeah, right.
She said she woke up with the jitters and couldn't go back to sleep too. And I was like, oh, well, maybe it's not the sugar doing it.
got spiked.
Or there's some other weird shit in the no sugar drinks that make you just as fucking spastic.
Yeah, none of it's good for us at all.
It is definitely good for you.
No, it's good for
love
I don't know what the benefit is to us.
Entertainment.
Yeah, I think that's all it is.
It's entertainment.
There's definitely
'cause
plenty of entertainment.
Your body definitely doesn't enjoy it.
First time when I woke up in the middle of the night, I don't know when it was, going, fuck, I'm going to have a spew. And I was all fucking disorientated, and I was just got in the shower.
When on Saturday?
Just Sunday morning.
right.
Yeah, I love midnight shower. That's
And I just
mad.
turned the shower, and I'll come fucking brand new, like spew went away, everything. I was like, oh, yes, I don't know how long I was in the shower for, but then next minute I remember I'm in bed. So,
So you didn't fall asleep in that shower and flood your house like the last one you fell asleep in?
no. No, it wasn't that bad.
Was it the house that you're living in now that flooded?
Nah, it was a hotel room.
I was going to say, I've just worked out why your room's buggered.
No, that was a hotel room in Taree.
It was hard to tell him. He got woken up by by a bloke that was sleeping in the same room as him. Got out of bed to go for a piss and went splashing the carpet.
No, because I'd be, yes, fucking hell, because he knew I went in there and he could hear me spewing. And then I've got in the shower and I've just laid down for whatever reason.
And just covered the drain.
Get warm, and I just laid on the drain. And he goes, fucking busting for a piss because he can't been in there for fucking ages. And he got out of bed to fucking hit the door, and then he just stood in his socks and just smoking around. I was fully running all the way out the door and down the hallway.
You know, the funny thing about that is that's not the first or the last time I've heard a bad story about a motel room in Taree.
Yeah. Michael's one was pretty good back years ago when we stayed in the other one, the little loft one.
Yeah.
That was a bit wild.
I was sleeping on, so we jammed more people in the room than could fit.
That happened, yeah.
But upstairs had 3 single beds, but they were ensembles.
Yep.
So we split them in half. But what we didn't realise is the bottom half wasn't
Slats.
mattress; it was just fucking slats. So that's what I was sleeping on, and the mattress next to me, because I was jammed in the corner, I couldn't get out, so I needed to spew. So I just started swinging my feet, trying to kick whoever the fuck was next to me
Trying
out
to
of the
get out.
way, and then just spewed in their bed.
Oh, no.
Then just got next door and threw all the blankets in the bin.
Yeah.
I remember going, I'm not even going to say which motel it was. We were all up there for an Easter a couple of years ago, and one of the boys had disappeared. So the rest of the boys all realised he disappeared. So they've gone and stormed the room and beeline it to the fucking shower because the shower's on. Everyone swings open the door. There's him fucking chock-a-block in the shower. His missus is up the wall.
Fuck yeah.
He just looked over and laughed and she shit herself. And that's one of many, many very, very good times. Tari is a winner. Or Platzi blowing up the bins in the in the KFC car park. What was that?
wasn't
That would
there
have been
for that
10
one.
years ago. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the coppers getting called for that one.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, no, the coppers had no idea who'd done that one. Well, I probably worked out it was one of the boat races, but they didn't pinpoint it. That was good. Blew shit everywhere.
I remember he belting the locals.
Oh yeah,
Servo.
he's punched on with them too. That's a common thing. Yeah, Tari's good.
Yeah. Oh, getting a bit of sport, eh? Yeah.
There it is. Righto. So we'll step into IndyCar. I reckon that was probably the most enthusiastic we've seen from IndyCar for a fair while. Who saw the video of Scotty sending it backwards into the wall?
It's pretty wild.
That was huge.
Skeet put in the, what's her name?
Yeah, he put in HSG, didn't he? Well, Scotty's come on a hot lap it was the end of practice. It was the last.
Was he practice, was it?
Yeah, last 2 or 3 minutes of practice, and sent it pretty hard into turn 1, and it's just gone backwards.
He
just
dipped his right rear into the dirt and went round.
He's sent it backwards into the fence, but as he's just about hit the fence, I reckon it started to get a little bit light.
Bounced off the sand.
Yeah, so it instead of hitting the fence square on, it's gone up a little bit. And as soon as it's gone up a little bit, it's just trailed across the top of that
It missed
barrier.
the tyre wall, yeah.
Yeah, it gone straight through the fence, and didn't look real flash. That XPEL Chevy
No, it
IndyCar
did not.
did not look real good. It knocked the camera off the top of it and everything. And the camera is not just a GoPro sticky tape to the top of the roof. That's actually got a proper mount with cover and stuff like that. So that's done a fair bit of damage, tearing all that off. And obviously going into qualifying, they have one spare chassis to share between the 3 cars. So Scotty jumped into the spare chassis and obviously didn't qualify real well. He was in 20th or something like that. He ended up working his way back up into 14th. Had a couple of run-ins with who's that French bloody Formula One driver? Anyway, they've had a few run-ins anyway. But anyway, in the race, Alex Palou was leading pretty nicely. Lundgaard had a fair bit better tyre strategy behind him though. So by the end of the race, like the last pit stop, Alex Palou was in the lead, but Lundgaard had sort of been able to run a little bit longer, and coming out of that pit stop, he would have been in front or actually right beside Alex Palou. Alex Palou is the top dog in IndyCar, but right rear failed, like tyre change shit itself. I'd say he's probably just stripped the nard or it's crossed, hasn't locked into the spigots properly. And so he didn't lose a place. Well, he lost a place to first, but usually when you have a shit pit stop like that, you fall back into the field like 5 or 6 spots. But him and Alex Palou was that far in front of everyone. It was just
Didn't matter.
yeah.
Well, it mattered because he lost
He
space.
sort of fell back to the field, but he wasn't far off Pillow in the end. Lundgaard had significantly better tyre life. Like he had better tyres coming out of qualifying. Alex Pillow was just he was just trying to make it to the end, where Lundgaard would have had him covered as far as I could tell. But Alex Pillow ended up getting another win, which is pretty awesome. And like Alex Pillow's just, there's no use in him going to F1. He's the king of the kids there. But unless you go to F1 and get in, what is it, a Ferrari or a friggin' Mercedes, you're not really going to have much fun. It seems McLaren are going all right, but McLaren wouldn't touch him now. He sent him to court and shit like that last year. Graham Rahal ended up making it onto the podium for the first time since 2023, which is pretty cool. Graham Rahal's been in there for a fair while. I mean, his family owns a team. We'll jump on to a bit of Formula One.
What about,
you guys see much of that?
What about Will Power been in it as well?
Yeah, I didn't see much of that.
Not in you?
I did see he was going all right, but
Brake
he had
failure.
a fairly decent stack.
It was pretty similar to Scotty's, except he went in forwards.
Yeah.
nose
Oh, really?
first. Didn't obviously go through a fence.
Yeah,
Bang square into a tyre wall front on.
Yeah, full brake failure and just straight ahead.
Max speed.
yeah, unfortunately, didn't see that. Must have been concentrating very well or wasn't listening. I've been told I do that. Do you guys see much of the F1? That was a fair bit better yesterday
Yep, I watched the whole thing.
on Sunday. Did you want to do a bit of rundown? I've got Oscar qualified on the second row. He ended up moving his way up to the lead before the first corner. Like Oscar had a cracking start.
Yeah.
Left everyone off the start. And then ended up having a safety car.
He just got unlucky with that safety car with Antonelli not pitting.
Yeah,
Just
was able
at
to
the
stay in
right
front.
time. Yeah.
I think Antonelli would have smoked him anyway.
They ended up a long way in front.
Realistically, he left them years later.
But
So all he had to do was get past Oscar, and he was fucking gone anyway.
Yeah.
But was it that because George can't race through the field, or is George just nowhere near as good as Kimmy? Like,
Obviously not.
is Kimmy?
Well, it's probably a bit different from a bit further back. You know,
Maybe.
he was sort of in, sixth or something.
Yeah, he was sort of in the pack, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had the two Ferraris in front of him, which have always raced with the Mercedes from the start.
Yeah.
And then obviously they had McLaren in front of that as well.
It took him a while to pick them off, but
Yeah, but
Antonelli, yeah.
yeah, well, yeah.
But he would have had good tyres like after that safety car. He had better tyres than the whole lot of them.
But did George
Yeah,
get
but they're still hards.
George got a bit stuffed up on that safety car though, didn't he? He pitted just before the
Yeah,
safety
he
car.
was the same as everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Antonelli was the only.
How much was he fucking blowing up about it though?
Oh, that's
He
George.
was
Was he?
carrying on as if like someone meant to do it or made it happen to him.
But George sort of
just
Yeah,
'cause-
just because he lost out. So he's just carrying on like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. And
Yeah, right. I seen a comment, something about him. Just he's the Feeney of fucking F1 world.
Oh, yeah, he's just carrying on like a sook. You know, maybe it might be his fucking Pommy accent that makes him sound like that. But
really
maybe,
sucky.
yeah.
yeah,
I
he's
don't know.
just fucking sooking.
Oh, look, I don't,
It's
I
as
don't
if
think
like Mercedes fucking, oh, we'll put a safety car out now so Kimmy can do all right.
I don't think George has got that many fans really. Like apart from opposed to Kimmy, Kimmy's like really popular because he
Yeah.
just doesn't seem to give a shit. What does someone
He's a
say
cool
today?
kid.
Yeah, well, he's just a
Well,
cool kid, but
he's the
just a goer.
youngest person ever to be leading the F1 World Championship.
I actually had that in my notes, but I didn't.
He
have it in
was
front of
the
me.
young. He
Youngest-
was the youngest winner too, wasn't he?
Was he the
No,
youngest?
I
youngest
don't
for
think he was
pole.
youngest winner.
No, I think
youngest
he
for
did.
pole.
No, he did get youngest pole
something.
winner. I think. Yeah,
That was only
'Cause-
last round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it
that's
was.
right,
I think it was.
China.
It wasn't the youngest winner. I think that's Sebastian Vettel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I think there was pretty
Must have been
close.
the youngest pole then.
Yeah.
There's
But-
definitely something in China he was the youngest for.
I will pull you up, Mick, actually from last week when I was listening back through the show from last week. You said that there was a break from China onwards. And then I'm listening and I'm like, hang on, Japan's this weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that was a bit shitty. I didn't notice that. And
I just got the Asians wrong.
They'll have a month's break now.
so that they've got the two Middle East rounds.
Bahrain and
They're all out.
what's the other one? Saudi maybe? Don't know. Something
Qatar.
like Qatar.
And now the next race is going to be Miami. I reckon Kimmy's probably going to go pretty well there too.
Yeah. Well, if you was a betting person, you wouldn't be betting against Mercedes until they got beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think McLaren, well, at least Oscar sort of showed that they do have something to fight with.
Did you hear his comments to the team after the race? Oscars?
Oscars.
Yeah.
No.
He said, like they obviously said, congratulations, you got second row, right? And he goes, funny that. We do actually do pretty good when these things start.
Poor Oscar. But how's this? Oscar, that's the first race that he'd started and then finished in second. But then his teammate Lando, he finished his race in Sydney, but Oscar is only 3 points behind Lando.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, because he was a fair way back.
because he got 21 points out of that race.
Yeah.
Where he did
And
get a
there's-
couple of points out of that sprint race, yeah. But yeah, pretty good. He misses a race and still not that far behind his teammate.
Yeah.
Aston Martin
fifth
finally
there.
finished too.
Yeah, nowhere, but
No, but they
at least
finally
they finished.
finished.
Yeah, well, no, what's his name? Lance didn't finish,
No,
did
he
he?
didn't,
But
no.
Fernando did.
Yeah.
Fernando only just had a kid too.
Yeah?
Yeah, like on Thursday, I think he had a kid.
Yeah, right.
And so he was, quick turnaround. If I was Fernando, I'd be saying, stick the car up your ass and go on and spend some time with the kid.
Not with a fucking couple $1 million contract, you're not.
Yeah, but not with, you don't want to be turning up with a shit box like that. You just put the reserve driver in, wouldn't you?
It's probably, is it his first kid?
Obviously not.
Maybe. I don't know.
He looks old.
I was going to say he's old, isn't he?
No, he's only our age, I think. Yes,
that's
old,
old.
compared to Formula One drivers,
Yeah,
but I don't
That's
think
probably
he's
his
that old.
27th kid.
Oh, that's saying Kimmy, they couldn't. Did you see Kimmy's champagne bottle?
No, I didn't see that.
I did because I watched it.
I was
the highlights
actually, I
today, and
actually wanted to watch to see if they got his fucking name right this time.
as far as I know, they did. But
Good hope so.
his wine bottle was just sparkling, like
Sparkling apple juice or something like that.
it's like sparkling water, but however they fizz it up and make it.
He's over 18 though, isn't he?
Yeah, but Japan doesn't have a drinking age that low.
Yes.
Well, it must be 21 or
Yeah,
something.
it makes sense.
Yeah, right.
So he couldn't have it. But he's still getting sprayed the fuck out of it with the rest of them.
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
opened your
yeah,
mouth
yeah.
and you're
Just can't have
breaking
his
the
own
law.
one.
Yeah. Surely they could turn a blind eye for that shit.
Nah, not on national TV. I don't think they're going to like that.
Countries like that are super strict about shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of the NASCAR, but I will be happy to announce that SVG qualified in 5th, which is his best start on an oval, and he ended up falling back to 11th.
He had a fuck up at the start.
He had a shit start, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
still.
happened. I didn't watch it, but I think I seen a reel or something fucked
But
up.
even still, qualified 5th on an oval, that's pretty cool. Like they were all saying he's
definitely
one-trick
making,
pony. He's
definitely making waves.
Yeah, he definitely looking good. We all expected him to, but the Yanks didn't. The Yanks didn't understand how much effort he makes. It's not that he's naturally gifted. He's actually making a massive effort on it, which is
Where was the
fucking awesome.
NASCAR at?
Fucked if I don't.
America.
Yeah, obviously, but because it was probably on the same time as the MotoGP.
I think it was called the No Kings 500 or something like that.
It was probably on the same time as MotoGP. MotoGP was on at like 7 a.m.
Yeah, no one else got my joke.
Monday morning.
Martinsville.
Shit joke, that's
Shit
why.
joke.
Martinsville.
Was Martin just like, cool.
Where the fuck's that?
Today at 6 a.m.
Oh, yeah. So it's a bit before.
Yeah. Chase Elliott finished first. Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano.
Cubby,
I think that's just a quick Google search, so hopefully that's right.
who knows? Yeah, I'm really only worried about what SVG's doing over there anyway. How'd you go with the MotoGP, Mick?
MotoGP was fucking sick. The sprint race was fucking awesome. It was super entertaining.
Fuck,
Would've
they had some
been-
accidents
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a
in
few.
that one corner.
Yeah, so I think it was like the second lap. Marquez was back a bit trying to make ground. He actually got passed by Digi on that corner the lap before, I think. And then he tried to come back past and just massively fucking overcooked it.
Yeah.
Digi's tried to go wide to go around him, and then he's just fucking binned it and slid, and then he's had nowhere to go and just fucking crashed into him
yeah.
too. So he got a penalty for the main race. He had to do a long lap penalty, which he was like more than expecting because he said, I fucked up.
Yeah,
fuck,
take it as it
fuck
comes,
his
eh?
race. Yeah. But yeah, Bez fell off in the fucking sprint. Martin won. That was his first win back since his big fucking crash and shit.
Yeah, righto.
Which Yeah, he did pretty good. He does this fucking little thing where he smashes his windscreen for some stupid reason after the finish.
Yeah.
As
He
in
just-
for a win.
Yeah, like he just you want to pat your bike or you slap your bike. Well, he slaps his fucking windscreen and it just smashes it.
Fucking asshole.
Who was it? Who was it that did a bloody wheel stand or something after?
that was him.
That
Yeah,
was the
so-
sprint race.
Yeah, so
Binned it.
he won the race and then was going around and like having time of his life because it's his first win
Yeah.
since his big crash. And he said he got it up on the back wheel and it just went sideways. So he just kept going up gears trying to get it to come back
Straighten up.
straight and it wouldn't. And then when he put it down, the front wheel was locked and went bang straight from underneath and he just skidded all the way
Just
down
on
the
his hands
fucking
and
road.
knees. I thought that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no good. It's
They
not what you want to do.
He got back to the like Parc Ferme, and the other two guys that got second and third because they obviously didn't do the full lap afterwards. They're looking at his leathers going, "What the fuck happened to you? How'd you fucking do that?" And he's like, "Oh, I fucking fell off doing the wheelie." And they interviewed well, obviously they interviewed the top three after the race. Pedro Acosta got third, Pecco got second, but Acosta didn't actually get third. They give him third, but he was under investigation for a tyre pressure limit, and he obviously failed that. So
As
He
in
didn't-
they
he didn't get third.
pumped his tyres up.
no, I don't know whether it's a high or a low, but anyway, they know about it. It all comes up as warnings and shit on their dash. So sometimes they slow down to try and fix that before the race because it's got to be a certain percentage over a certain time of the race. And
I remember last year they were doing that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Pecco got second, but that only got like Martin only just caught him like on the last lap and got past him on the last lap.
Yeah. Oh.
And then when they were interviewing Pecco at the finish, they said, Jorge caught you on the last lap and got past you, and his first words were, "Fucking bastard, Jorge," on fucking TV.
Yeah, right.
And they had to apologise for his language.
Yeah, I'm sure that went down.
He was
really
only
well.
joking. Like, it wasn't like he was full serious about it. He was just joking. Yeah, that was just pretty funny.
They need to let that slide a bit, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like the F1's like
how
real
it is.
critical about it.
Yeah. Well, so that was the sprint, and then that was entertaining. That like the whole race was pretty good, and then the GP, Bez didn't crash, and he won that. So I forget the actual stats, but I think it's like the first rider in 10 years to win 5 consecutive GPs.
That's good.
Yeah, right.
He broke the record and is still continuing the record of most laps led consistently in MotoGP. So he's led over 100 and I think it's 120 or 121 laps or something. And so he led from start to finish, lap 1 to lap.
Fair bit.
How didn't Marquez get that last year?
Obviously
Like he was
didn't.
smashing it.
Well, yeah, but that he was winning races, but he wasn't leading the whole
whole
way.
time, yeah, right.
Where he's led from start to finish the last
the
sort of
times.
5
So-
races or whatever.
Yeah.
So is this going to start complaining because there's like domination or what?
Nah, well, the Aprilias are pretty fucking dominant, so they're finishing first and second. They
Was
did
it-
it this week as well.
Was it you were saying last week that last year when you were talking about the testing that the Aprilias definitely seemed faster than Dukes?
Yeah. Well, Jorge didn't even make the first testing session because he was still like not 100% fit.
Yeah, he hadn't
Yeah.
recovered yet.
Yeah, but Bez was doing plenty of testing and they were fast. But even the secondary team, like that's the Jorge and Bez are on the factory Aprilia team. But even the Trackhouse team, they run Aprilia bikes as well. And they've got that young Japanese dude that I spoke about at the start of last year. He was was rookie last year, and he was right up there. He was probably going to finish on the podium. He was probably going to be Aprilia
sick.
1, 2, 3. But something happened to the fucking gearbox and the thing and shit stuff. As he was I think he got to 4th.
Yeah, right.
And then he come out of a fucking corner and just fucking just shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did,
the
I did see-
delivery on those Trackhouse bikes was fucking pretty sick.
Yeah, they do. Trackhouse does a really good.
Yeah, well, they were in
job,
America, and obviously it's a Japanese rider. Well, I don't even know who the other one is off the top of my head. But they're not American riders, but the whole bikes were like American flags.
Sick.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's mad.
But yeah, Bez is leading the championship. Him and Acosta almost come together at the start, so he almost didn't get it. So he didn't start from pole, but if you can get to first before the end of the first lap, that still counts as you're leading the lap. Yeah, so on the first lap, he went past Acosta because Acosta pulled a gap on the KTM. He was like, I don't know, probably close to a second in front. And then he went wide on one of the corners. And then the two Aprilias caught right up. And as they went past him, they like bumped it. It snapped their like wing off the back of
Oh, shit.
Bez's bike. So he was riding with no downforce in the rear coming into corners and fucking that sort of shit. So he's obviously done all right. But yeah, they nearly both binned at the start.
Yeah, wow.
Marquez went a long way backwards from the start, and then he had to do his long lap penalty, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think by the time he finished that, he was in like 12th or something like that.
Yeah.
I think he made his way back up to 5th.
Be on.
But yeah, his lap times were only like at towards the end, they were only as quick as the front guys.
Yep.
But yeah, Jorge on the sprint race too, he was the only one to use the medium tyre.
Yeah.
Everyone else had the soft tyre, which is why he caught Pecco so easy towards the end because the soft tyres went off.
Falls off, yeah.
And he was because he was the only one on a medium, and he only did it to give himself and the team some data for the next day for the GP.
Oh, yeah.
So he wasn't really
Pushing.
well. He kind of thought it would be okay, but he wasn't. He didn't think it would sort of match the softs for speed.
Yep.
And he was doing pretty good. And then obviously once the softs went off, because I think Pecco was like a couple of seconds or a second and a half in front, and he reeled that in like fucking 2 laps
Yeah, right. Well.
once it went off. Yeah.
Bet he was stoked to be testing.
Yeah. Well, it's not really testing. Like he was still obviously trying to win the race, but he just wanted data for the next day. So yeah,
Bloody hell.
looking good.
So I'll jump across a bit to Supercross.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
When you said
Go for
Super, it just reminded me. Jet Lawrence presented the trophy at the MotoGP for the constructors.
Yeah, because he's not able to ride at the moment.
Yeah. So he presented the trophy.
Bloody beautiful. So went over to Detroit for the 450. Hunter Lawrence had a pretty shit start. He ended up falling behind a fair bit, but he ended up fighting his way up to second, and then had a few stuff ups and something happened. The bike, it was falling apart or whatever. He ended up falling back to 18th, causing him to lose a red plate to Eli Tomac. But Eli Tomac didn't even make it on the podium. Still pretty close, but now Hunter's chasing Eli instead of the other way around. Ken Roxon got the win, Chase Sexton in second, and Malcolm Stewart in third. Now, last week I said Cole Davies is an Aussie, and I'm happy to still keep that way. We're usually pretty good at stealing Kiwis' flags. But Cole Davies actually a Kiwi. He came back from a pretty shit start to lead the race. He ended up pulling a 12-second lead and got the win for his third consecutive victory. Ended up finishing ahead of Seth Hamaker and Joe Shimoda. So Cole's, but he extended his championship lead. And then there's another dude named Cody Schock. He ended up having a tangle with his teammate Simonson on the face of the triple jump. If you guys have seen that, Schock crossed over 2 racing lines and proceeded back on the track. It was pretty wild. Didn't end up. It's pretty wild that it didn't end up in a decent sized stack. I do have a video, but I can't put it through on this. So once we get the TV, I can put that up and put that through on the stream. But yeah, once we've got the TV screen up, we can do that.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a bit of the Supercross. Jump across to Phillip Island. Now, that was the inaugural running of the Mustang Cup. Aaron Cameron, who's a supercar, Aaron Cameron and James Golding, who are current teammates in supercars, they were on the top of the podium. Jimmy Moffat, who's a Tickford driver, and he was in third. Race 1 was held in pretty shit wet conditions, and then they got it was pretty close on the finals between Cameron and Golding over the line on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Cameron McLeod got the win after passing Aaron Cameron. Aaron was on pole, but on the first lap, Cameron McLeod got past Aaron, and that was it. We were watching that race a little bit before, and it's pretty tight racing, eh? Like the Mustangs, because they're the same car.
Yeah, so it should be.
Yeah, they're side by side racing for the whole time. It's pretty good to see. And Tyler Everingham was in third. they run a Dark Horse Legends trophy as well, and Keith Casselk got it. Don't know who that is. Anyway, so we'll jump across to the next segment. That's a button, Joel.
Clear as day, clear as mud, rule book review.
That worked out heaps better then.
Bam.
So we're on Dart 12. We do have some panels coming that we can. We're going to run a dartboard on the panel. So until that happens, we're still in the number generator.
How big is the panel going to be?
Oh,
Because
It might be pretty big.
I've seen you two throw darts.
I don't know darts. Well, at least there's not going to be Joel's window next to it. So like Joel's,
Screen door.
There
Yeah,
could
glass
be.
window.
There could be. Depends where you put this board.
we could put it right behind you. if we
There is a
wanted
big
to.
fucking window there.
Or we could turn around and do the window right behind me.
Yeah. Whole shop front.
I'm sure the blokes on Windsor Road aren't going to want to see a big bloody dart going through a window. So we've got Dart 12, which gives us page 75 in the APBA rulebook.
Yeah. Do you want me to read it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't page 75, sorry, it was page 70.
70. Well,
71.
Page
I'm gonna
71.
Start on 70.
But I'll start on 70 because there's like one sentence on page 70 that makes the whole thing make sense. So, and it's we're back to the outboard section, so it's really difficult
Boring.
to talk about.
Boring.
All right. 1205 formula classes. 1205.1 formula classes hull length and weight. Each boat must meet one of the following specifications with weights to be taken at the completion of any. That's where it goes to the next page. At the completion of any qualifying session or race, as in finished, the complete rig weighed directly after qualifying or race will include driver, personal safety equipment, and residual fuel, but without residual water.
Well, that's all right. You can get rid of the water because most boats leak water.
You could just run a heap of towels in there and soak it up if you really wanted to.
Keep the extra weight. You know what? There's nothing stopping you from doing that, is there? There's no rule saying you can't.
No.
No, they just put lead in them to get their weight.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah,
you throw a towel in there that's dry, but it's no weight, then you wet the towel.
Before you come out of the water.
No.
No, he's saying during the race.
When you
Oh yeah. If you wanted to, but yeah.
so not that your boat leaks, but then you take the bungs out, let the towels
the
fill up
water,
and get
yeah.
wet.
And it's still heavy.
Well, they've all got like self bailer bungs, like the little duck flaps, duck bill things
Yeah, to let the water
to
out.
let the water out.
Yeah.
If
But if you put a lightweight towel in there that weighs nothing and then let it get soaked at the boat ramp before it gets weighed,
Yeah.
it's obviously adding weight that you
Yeah.
didn't have to race with. See, I know how to cheat. It's
the
not
water-
cheating, it's
it'll-
bending rules, isn't it?
it'll still be there, the
Yeah,
weight will
that
still
water
be
will
there
still
because
be
the water only gets in from sitting.
The water can get it. Well, if it's
Wait to
sealed,
start the dock.
If your boat's
that's where they
sealed-
get the water in.
if your boat's sealed, and it should be because they shouldn't
Oh,
leak,
yeah.
you undo the bungs at the fucking boat ramp.
Yeah, right.
Then when the boat comes out, it looks like you've drained all the water out of it,
Yeah, what
but you still got wet towels.
Yeah.
God, not even you're that retarded.
Well, that's what I said. They don't have bungs. Generally, got the duck flap, the duck bill thingies.
Yeah, because they want to piss it off while they're racing.
Yeah.
I'm sure a couple run the duck flak, but I don't reckon all of them would.
Some of them are going to run towels now.
So
All
it's
right,
clear.
I'll run through that. Yeah, I guess.
Clear as day.
So then the next one is so I don't know how to describe it. It's just like not a graph, but a table. It's a table of what all you for Formula One. So 1205.11 is Formula One. Now there's a list of engines, minimum lengths, and minimum weights. So all the minimum lengths are 5 meters. So it doesn't matter what engine you run, you have to be 5 meters long. And so these engines that I'll rattle off have got to be 550 kilos. 2.5 litre EFI, OMC V6 carburetor, OMC V6 EFI, Yamaha V6 carburetor, Yamaha V6 EFI. So they've all got to be 550 kgs. The 2.5 litre carburetor is only going to be 535. The 2.4 litre carburetor is only going to be 497. The 2 litre EFI and the 2 litre carburetor have only got to be 477 kilos. So they're their minimum weights, minimum lengths, and that's all for Formula One.
It is clear as day.
Clear as?
Clear as.
Clear as day.
Righto. So for Formula SST 120, the engine is an SST 120, 2050cc carburetor. Oh, is that what an Opti engine is, Joel?
No, that's the SST 120 engine.
That's the 2.5.
Right.
Oh, it's not two. It's a
Yeah,
2
well,
litre class.
that's
but
a SST 120 class.
That's
so,
what Bryony's engine used to be.
yeah, right. So that they're got to be 4.8 meters long and a minimum of 500 kilos. That's it.
That's it.
Clear as day.
And then Formula 3 is a 1250cc carburetor or EFI.
Never seen an EFI one.
No, neither have I.
I don't even know what they are, so I couldn't even comment on that.
There's like what the
But they only have to be 3.5 meters and 350 kgs.
Clear as day.
These are easy.
Formula 4 is the Mercury 60 EFI Formula Race engine. They got to be 3.9 meters, which is longer
Yeah, I was
than
just
your,
about to say. I would have thought
than
that
your
those
Formula
things,
3.
Those things looked so much shorter than an F3.
I think some of them, the F3s, like the older ones, were pretty short. When they started getting those,
ASPs.
yeah, I think they were a bit longer.
Well, that's the
Made a
minimum. That's the
difference.
minimum
That's the
length
minimum
they've got to
length,
be
yeah.
anyway. And they've still got to be 350 kilos or a minimum of 350 kilos. So that's
Clear
pretty
as day.
straightforward too.
Yep.
Clear as day.
No confusion here.
And the last one, or you wouldn't want to hope there's confusion on a fucking table. I have seen stranger things though. The last one, Formula 2, is the Mercury Optimax SST 200 2,526cc direct fuel injection. And that has to be 5 meters long and 550 kgs.
Man,
Clear as day.
Easy as.
yeah,
So
that's easy as, yeah.
Formula 1 is the only one that gives you options on engines. SST 120, Formula 2, 3 and 4 have all only got one engine you can use.
Which is not that Formula 1 class. It's not the class they run now with the series.
No, well that's not in the book because it's not actually a class.
It's not a.
Yeah, it's a series engine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just that thing they've designed
Yeah.
for their rounds.
And did they base that off the Kiwi series? Or
No, the American
series,
NGK series, I think, something like that. Yeah,
And that's because it's a lot easier to get your hands on parts.
it just gives you options.
It just
I think.
gives you options.
So what was happening? They had like 3 different classes. They had like
Yeah,
F1, F2, and SST,
and Optis.
and they were all their own. Well, that's F2.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah,
That's their own. They were all running each class, and there was like 3 boats in this one, 3 boats in that one, 3 boats in that one. So they basically did what America did, combine them all together with some different mods and whatever, and
Called
just throw them all in
Formula GP,
together.
yeah. So you can do heaps of stuff, which we've explained before. You do a fair bit of stuff with the SST, like the 120, because it's a small 2-litre engine. I don't think they really touch the Optis, or they're allowed to touch them now a little bit, blueprinted or whatever they want to call them. I don't know what they do. And then you can do a little bit to the 2.5 engine. I think it can have a little bit of porting now, and just your standard reeds and carbies and that.
Yeah.
And your heads are just a standard 32 cc's or something like that. But yeah,
Not
and it
much.
all seems they're all pretty like the SST 120s aren't fast enough, I don't think, in the straight line stuff. And the Optis are still faster, I think, not as ahead as they were, but they're still a bit faster in the longer tracks. They've got
Then the
legs.
F1, then the
Then the
whatever they're called.
2.5 ones, the carby class or the carby engine.
Yeah.
But they just don't come off the dock because the engine's got to do a full revolution before it starts.
Yeah, that's a negative of the Optis. The Optis with their blown engines.
Yeah. So yeah,
Why has it got to do the full revolution? You could probably change that in the software.
I think it's something to do with the compressor.
It's a fucking supercharger.
Something like that.
It's a belt-driven
I don't
air
think
pump.
it's- Yeah.
They call it a compressor. They just don't want to call it a supercharger because that means it sounds like a real boat.
That shouldn't mean it shouldn't start though.
No, the computer doesn't let it do it
Yeah,
until it's got enough air pressure because the engine doesn't want to run properly until it's got enough air pressure in the combustion chamber.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is.
Copy that.
I was speaking to Joel about that the other day. So if I've got the wrong information, that's thanks to Joel.
If it fired on
And not me. So I didn't
Oh,
say
no,
shit
not
about
you, Joel Smith.
if it fired on its first little bit of rotation, it'd get the air in there heaps quicker.
Yeah, it'd pump itself
Yeah.
up pretty hard, wouldn't it? That's what I reckon.
Someone could modify that.
I reckon I'd fart around with the computer because does the GP rules actually allow you to fart around with the computer?
No.
Okay, so it has to be
It's a stock ECU.
okay. Well, you probably can't then. But yeah, if you can,
But
that'd be sick.
they've definitely done something about blueprinting them. I don't understand what that is, but yeah, it's something I heard.
Blueprinting the engines.
Yeah, I don't really understand what they mean by it. Whether it's touching it up a little bit.
Blueprinting, I don't know. People throw that word around
For
a whole
everything.
lot for and all it means is a whole heap of fucking documentation of what you actually have. It's not actually physically doing anything.
Yeah.
It's just like
You sure?
it's just like plans.
Well, but,
That's
yeah,
a,
but
that's
yeah,
a blueprint. A blueprint is
Yeah, plans.
yeah,
a
but the
plan
thing
of
is,
what you
like
have.
you look at say like they say blueprinting a race boat. That's
Yeah,
making it
that's
straight.
what everyone calls it.
making it square.
That's what everyone calls it, but it's not that. That's not a blueprint. anymore.
or is it
blueprints-
making it to a certain spec?
Well, no one's given me a spec.
No, there's
to-
no spec. They're just making them straight.
I'm just trying to work out what the
Yeah, I
reason
don't
why
know.
they call it blueprinting.
I've got no idea
idea.
why they come up with that word, but yeah. A blueprint's literally just documentation. So it can be copied or repeated.
Yep.
Like if you've got a blueprinted engine, like from your engine builder, it means he's got all the documentation, so he could copy that and build it exactly
Build
the same,
exactly the same,
without
yeah.
even looking at yours or doing anything. He's got a set of
that's
plans there
big
to build
benefit,
it.
isn't it? Yeah. Repeatable.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that's what the word blueprint is.
Okay, so questions.
We have
I
one.
gave Geordie's a bit of a stir up and he sent one in. It's pretty cool.
Ready?
Send her in.
G'day, boys. Absolutely loving the show and the podcast. I think it's great for the sport and you're killing it, especially the rule book review. My question is in regards to our cells or capsules in unlimited, tunnel, or F1 boats. Should they detach like the top fuel American drag boats in a serious enough crash that will disperse or detach from the hull and float? Now, for instance, Joe Jr.'s crash in Australia. Sorry, Andrew. But watching that video over and over, I don't know how long his air supply is or if he's got a big tank, but if he was unconscious in that, my God, I don't know how that would have ended for him. I was just lucky enough that he swam up to the top, and thank God he did. Yeah, give us your thoughts on that one, boys. Fire away.
Thanks,
So,
Geordies.
I've asked this question a fair bit, and what I basically get told is the force that those and like, don't get me wrong, everything can be modified, but there'd be a shitload of testing that have to go on. So those drag boat cockpits, they would come out with pretty much the same force that we turn at.
Yeah, that's right.
So our cockpits would be falling out in the corner,
Yeah.
which is obviously not ideal.
And no one's got the money to go, oh, yeah, let's go and rip a cell out of the side of a boat, because that's what's going to happen every time you test it.
Yeah,
Because you need to find the breaking point.
yeah.
That is the problem with running a breakaway. Those drag boats are made with plasticine. There's bugger all to them. Chopsticks and bubblegum, I think it is.
I'm not even totally sure how like they fully come out, like
Nah,
throttle cables and all that sort of stuff. Like I don't actually know. Like, yeah.
No, and they can't be drive by wire or anything like that. But even,
Well, the drag boats, I'm assuming, wouldn't be, but
No.
you could do
you
that.
could
but,
do, but the drag boats, the fuel ones wouldn't.
But we also have like cab pedals and stuff, so it's all
Yeah, that's right.
connected
So it might be like a breakaway style electrical coupling if it's got electrical in it. And then you've got your throttle and your cav. Well, they don't run a cav; they only run a throttle. That could be on like a push lever instead of a cable, and then all your cabling comes on the outside of the cell or something maybe. But yeah, the fact that they do break away can't be real nice for the boats. Like we do take a
Yeah.
lot of pride in our race boats. The Yanks do take a lot of pride in their circuit race boats. The drag boats are a tool that designed to break apart, and we've seen them break apart a lot.
Yeah.
I think what comes from Andrew's crash would be bolting your flotation to the side of your cell, not just having airbags just willy-nilly. Even if they're tied into the deck somehow, when you've got no decks left, it's a bit hard. But if it's bolted to the cell, like the workhorse boat was, I don't think you're going to have two. It's the best scenario out of the whole lot.
Well, yeah, but you've also got to, like we've gone over this before, you've got to have enough foam there to hold the weight of the whole boat.
Yeah, that's right.
Which, most boats, especially our bigger ones, that's a lot of fucking foam and you're not going to fit that around the cockpit.
No. Well, yours, I think yours would hold yours, wouldn't it?
No, not what's just beside the cockpit wouldn't.
No, I suppose they're not.
All the foam in mine would, but,
but it'll just
there's
be
a whole heap
everywhere.
in front of the cockpit that's not attached to it. Yeah.
But as we said, it really needs to be into like some sort of bag that you can
Well, not so
tie
much a
to
bag, just bolted
all the
through.
foam. I'm
bolted.
saying all the foam. If
Yeah,
you're
the
going to
bag
run
will
foam,
But yeah, that'd be
if you're
ideal.
going to run
Yeah.
foam,
Yeah.
you're going to have like a netting bag sort of thing that you can tie it all in.
Keeps it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple
Yeah,
of
so
big plates either side of the foam, bolting it to the cell.
Yeah, and that's where we say like that's the biggest problem with these race boats not being breakaway. Yeah, you've got to make sure the boat's got to float, but on top of that, at least if you're in a race boat floating, like make sure the boat can float.
That's where, like,
You get a
if
lot
you could
better
implement the outboards with the airbag on top,
Yeah.
it'd give you a fighting chance of something as well.
Well, yeah, but there's always a risk with air that the air's not there.
Well, there, 100%. There is,
You pop that bag, that thing ain't doing fuck all.
but yeah, that's not like a first resort. It's like a last resort. Going, oh, this will help
Yeah,
if need be.
yeah.
If the sides of the boat are gone.
It also depends how something floats too. I watched Chevy Chase at Laidley when it was upside down.
Yeah, it just floated.
That thing
dead
floated
flat.
dead upside down.
Yeah, it was just full of air. That one.
Yeah.
He couldn't get out.
Yeah, that's right. He was the cell was filling up with water, and obviously he's upside down, so he's at the bottom.
His
The thing's
mast leaked too.
The mast didn't seal, and it's filling up with water. He'd sealed all the bottom of the boat, and he realised that was sort of the worst thing for him because he had to wait for that cell to fill up very slowly.
Because the engine bay didn't even fill up.
No, nothing.
I don't think so.
The engine bay-
it was just full of air.
The engine base, as soon as they went to roll it over, you heard the air go whoosh out,
Yeah,
and
it
then
just
it sunk at the ramp.
Yeah, so that was the biggest issue they had. That was the cell didn't fill up with air. Well, we didn't empty its air at all
Just the
because
way-
it was
just the way it rolled over.
properly sealed.
Was there two parts to his question? I feel like there was something else there at the start that we didn't have answered. But yeah, the breakaway
No.
cockpits.
No, it's just a breakaway.
The
thing.
breakaway
He was just
cockpits.
saying how good he likes us.
Nah. I think he didn't listen to you, Hayden.
Yeah. I don't listen anyway.
No, the breakaway cockpits, I'm pretty sure, from what I've been told, is the little amount of force that they use to take them out.
Yeah.
They'd fall out in the
Corners,
corner. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, your sideways force would be a fair bit, and that's probably their forward force. Like when they pull their chutes, they're probably in a bit.
Yeah,
bit
that's
more
what I
stuck
mean.
in that
Like,
way.
there'd be a fair
The
bit of.
sideways roll would be hard to.
Yeah.
I think they run a shear pin, and the shear pin's obviously pretty light, but it's the way when they pull the chute.
That's forward slow.
Yeah, it's not
forwards,
gonna- yeah.
it's not that bad, but sideways it just goes ting like a bit of wire.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, thanks for the question, Geordie. And if anyone else wants to send one in, make sure you have a look at the memo.fm link, and you'll find that in the Spotify or most of the show notes. Yeah. How's the HSG pit crew going, Joel?
Bit slow.
Slow.
Yeah, only a couple posted this week.
That's Lumpy being a bit
Lumpy's
quiet.
been quiet once. I think he only posted. Skeet did a couple when I was walking in the door this afternoon. But yeah, pretty standard. Couple through the weekend. I would say, but was a bit slow, but
I reckon this weekend's going to be a little bit quiet. We've got Taree coming up this weekend for the Easter Powerboat Classic, and it doesn't look like there's many people going. I know I did see that Benny with the GP 101's going up, going across. I'd say he'll be just testing for the Yarrawonga event.
yeah, it'll be a pretty small meeting, I'd say. But they haven't even put an entry list out yet,
Yeah.
so I haven't seen many boats.
I seen Brett Ramsey pulled out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him have another fun weekend, but obviously he'll be down at Yarrawonga in a couple of weeks.
Hope so.
Hopefully he can get on top of that and have some fun down there. How you guys going in the footy tipping?
fucking no.
I had a fucking shocker this week. I think I got one.
Yeah, you and Mel both got one.
Yeah, that was fucking gay.
So
We got different ones.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even look at that. What one he's got? So the
Couldn't fucking believe
do you
it.
just want to hazard a guess who's winning?
I've got a fair idea looking at what I'm looking at.
Fucking faggot.
No, I'm on the big hitter. That's another one.
Oh, shit.
So I won $800.
You're lucky you didn't get fucking bashed.
and plus another 50 because we had a 50 on it as well at the pub.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh,
was
that's a
confident.
big winner.
So yeah, but yeah, in the HSG tip one, I'm soared to the top.
You won't be there for long.
You got a long way to come back, mate.
It's easy, mate. It's only fucking 3 rounds
But
in.
hang on, where are you? I just got to scroll down the page a fair while. 16th you're in.
That's all right. I'm only
Stop it.
2 points off the lead.
No, you're not. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, there you go.
What was the standout game over the weekend?
Probably the Penrith game.
No, that was fucking shit.
The Dogs game was terrible.
Who'd Penrith?
Thursday night's game was pretty good actually. Manly and the Roosters, even though I lost my tip because I tipped fucking Manly. But so DCE went from Manly last year to the Roosters this year, and it was a bit of a thing, you know. It was, you know, was in the media for fucking pretty much the whole year because no one knew where he was going, but they knew he wasn't going to be at Manly, and they got all upset because he announced it on TV, like live TV. And
not
people
through the
from
page.
Manly didn't even fucking know that he wasn't going to be there next year.
Yep.
And so this was his return back to Manly's Oval. And every time he got the ball, the whole crowd was just like, boo. Every time. Even when they were getting beat, they just kept fucking booing him. It was fucking funny. There was a sign in the crowd that said, because obviously he plays for the Roosters, DCE loves cocks and doesn't like birds.
That is a good one.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But it was actually a pretty good game. I tipped Manly because so the Roosters played Penrith last week, and so far this year, every team that's played Penrith has got smacked the next week. Mm-hmm. So I went with that theory and tipped Manly, and Manly lost. So don't go by that theory again.
No.
Who are you tipping this week in Big Hitter, Joel?
I haven't even looked at who's playing, actually.
I'm going to take the Tigers.
Tigs, eh?
Yep. For that same logic that I just said don't fucking work.
Yeah, right.
Because they're playing Parramatta this week.
Oh, yeah.
Parramatta got smoked by fucking Penrith, so I figured take Tigers.
Yeah, might as well. I don't know who I'll take. No, I'm not going to take Brisbane. Yeah, they're playing the Titans, but fucking hell.
I'm an admin on that page, so I'm just going to keep deleting your fucking message so you didn't put the cunt in there.
I don't know. I'll have to have a look. I have to have a think about that one. But I know fucking tipping.
Can tip.
Because of the way the footy usually is at the start of years, the people that don't know tipping are the ones in front.
Yeah. But last year I got third in the fucking tipping at the club, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's one that's got a strong name in the. Everyone just tips on the name.
Yeah.
Rightio, so we'll jump into meme of the week. What do we got, boys?
Everyone's got one in.
Yeah, mate.
My one's pretty current.
Yes, I'd say like today. Oh, here's Michael's one.
How hard is it to run your car on fish and chip oil? Oh, I'd hate to be a grey nomad trying to travel Australia now. That old super fund got halved on fuel alone. I doubt it hurts the pockets of those Victorians too much. Yeah, can I borrow your plasma cutter? I've got a few Fred Flintstone conversions to do on these work utes. You know, if I was having kids these days, I'd just say abort the poor bastard because we don't need no more clowns joining this circus. Nah, I've got half a mind to just up the insurance on all these cars and just park them up somewhere in Brisbane during the wet. Nah, fuck paying that. I'll be walking around these paddocks from now on, and you know what? I'll save money, and I might add a few more years onto my life too if I get enough steps in. Not a bad idea after what happened to Warney. But the cost of everything's going up. I mean, you can't drink, you can't smoke, you can't go anywhere. The optimal lifestyle costs a fortune. You know what's cheaper than fuel? Hay and water. So go dust off the saddles, mate, and get me some shave cream. Time to go full Yellowstone. Yep, going back to the old school here, mate.
He's fucking dead right.
He doesn't stop, eh? He just keeps on going,
Yeah.
the bloke. Can talk.
Oh, here's more one.
Got a great.
People think the world's gone to hell, that it's gotten so violent. But the world never got violent. There is no got. The world has been violent since the beginning. Cain killed Abel, man. Cain killed Abel. The third person on the planet killed the fourth person on the planet. We weren't even able to make it to 3 people before somebody was a murderer. At one time, a third of the people on the planet were murderers, right? A third of the people in the hood aren't murderers. A third of the people who own guns aren't murderers. A third of the people in jail aren't even murderers, right? San Quentin, Alcatraz, Folsom Prison are safer than the book of Genesis. You thought Compton and Baghdad were tough. Try downtown Eden when the sun goes down. There was murder and violence at person 3. One couple had 2 boys who had the world to themselves, and one of them was claiming this town ain't big enough for the 2 of us, right? Cain killed 25% of the world's population. That's more than Stalin, Hitler, Idi Amin, Pol Pot, King Herod, Genghis Khan, Manifest Destiny, typhoid, cancer, AIDS, cooties, all combined. Cain killed a third of the people he knew. He knew 3 people. He killed one of them. If you knew Cain, you had a 66 2/3% chance of survival. There's no such thing as the good old days. There was like one good day. It was half a day. Adam and Eve were naked, alone, in an oasis. Lunchtime came. People got hungry. Apples were eaten. Boom, Detroit.
I did see that one the other day. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, he's Aiden's one.
I told my son he had to clean his room, and he was like, I can't clean my room right now. I have a headache. I'll do it later. And I was like, that's not an excuse. And then I heard my husband snort from 3 rooms over. I told my
That Sheila's pretty funny too. I love some of her ones.
I've had a few of them. I send a fair bit to the boss lady, but yeah, some are funny, some are bloody full on. You can email us on highspeedgaragepodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget you can find us on the socials, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Well, you can find us on YouTube now.
We've always been there.
Yeah, but now we'll be useful there. Well, maybe. Just remember, beer doesn't complain when you finish in 2 minutes. See you later.
Bye.